Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Jeezy.
What up, though?
Welcome back.
Come on, man. Back home, baby.
Legend of the Snowman.
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
What's the expectations for you when you put together these Thug Motivation projects? Because these are special projects to people.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just like making sure I'm in pocket, and it's a real body of work. You know what I'm saying? I kind of figured the game out now. It's like you can't put a single out. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's A&Rs. So you just got to put the body of work out and hope people take. It's like a self-help book. If you can't take a chapter and put it out, because that might not be the chapter they want. You know what I'm saying? So with me, it's just like doing the bodies of work as a whole, and knowing that when people listen to it from beginning to end, that they'll know you put your time and effort into it.
But I thought you retired. I thought Jeezy and Soul part of the liquor company.
Yeah.
We seen you on islands, on boats,
first of all,
Miami, on the beach. You said you retired.
First of all, Mr. Forbes list. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get as many cars as you before I start even talking like that. I know, but for me, man, it was like, you know, it was one of them things where, like, you know, I do music, but I also want to do, you know, business. Like, I'm passionate about that because I understand it. Just coming from the block and learning how to get money, that's something that drives me. And it's just like, if anybody know anything about life, it's like when you come stagnant and you're just doing the same thing, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like it take away from who you are. So it's like, for me, like I'm a lion. Like I got to be in the jungle. I can't just be in the studio.
So you got bored. You got bored on vacation just chilling.
Yeah, you know, the boats got too big.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? I'm just being for real. It's like I got to do. And by the way, everybody I know that really like are successful and build these companies and sell them, they can't just go sit on the beach somewhere. They got to
get back to the money.
Yeah, they build another company and sell it again.
Where's the best place you've been on vacation? That you would say this is where you gotta go.
Man, Europe. I just love Europe. Period, man. It's just you know, the food's different, the air is different, the moon's different. It's just different. I took one of my homies the last time I went. He never been. He's from, you know, he's straight from the hood, but just to see the look on his face, you know, just to see how life is just so different. You know what I'm saying? Just to live through him, because I've been there a couple times. I mean, just it was real. It was surreal.
Have you ever cried somewhere? Have you ever been somewhere and been like, God damn, I'm really not on Auntie Portia no more selling that work?
Yeah, man. Nah, not yet. I guess I ain't been there yet. Yeah. I mean, but I've been in situations where I've sat back and realized how blessed I am, though. Like, yeah, I've been there.
When the last time you felt that feeling of gratitude?
Oh, man, like maybe a couple of days I was on my flight and I was listening to the album, just kind of listening to the mixes and stuff. And I was listening to the intro track, The Entrepreneur.
That's all.
Yeah.
I thought it was Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just kind of really brought back memories though, because I'm telling the story about that, and I'm just like, damn, you know, I really went through that, but you know, I'm still out here on my grind. But at the same time, it just really like took me back in that memory lane. I'm like, damn, I just remember those hard times and going through all this stuff, and it's just like overcoming it. And it's just like sometimes you don't pat yourself on the back enough for overcoming things because you're so in real time. I talk to Tip about it all the time. It's like we accumulate so much and we so successful in so many different ways. We don't take the time to look at the last accomplishment we did because we on to the next thing.
Is that your favorite joint in the album? Entrepreneur?
Nah, man. Actually, I love Don't Make Me. I love the John Legend song about my mother. That was deep. I can't, you know, I don't even listen to that one, by the way. So it's like, when I wrote it, I listened to it and they mixed it. I was done with it, but I definitely can't touch that one. Like
what's so hard about it?
I mean, because, you know, my mother, she's got a situation, so she's not healthy right now. And it's just like, that record basically describes she's the real MVP. And it's like, when I jumped off the porch, I took a lot of my time trying to, you know, come up and take care of everybody. And I ain't really take the time to be her son. And it's just like now, she's not well. So it's just like, when I see people moving around, taking their mothers on tour, on vacation, doing things, it's just like, damn, you know, I gotta go see my mother in this place. And you know, it hurt because it's like I missed all that time. And it's like I can't get none of it back. And it's just like I didn't get nothing but some money. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really gain much, and I lost my mom. But like I thank her every day for like giving me like morals and teaching me what integrity was and how to be a man. Just like she don't really get a chance to see me in that light. But it's like, cause now I'm of age and I have grew up, so I ain't really with the You know, but it's just like she ain't here to see that.
You change that for your kids now because it could be the same with your kids. You work so much, you forget to do this small thing.
Oh,
with your
no,
kids.
man, it's cool. I mean, you know, it's crazy, man. I really been taking a lot of time, like, you know, just to enjoy the people around me for real, man. Like, and really, like, cherish that and have real friends. I got friends out here now. I just have to hit them up out of the blue. Like, you good, straight. You know, I might send them books, you know, passes, motivational quotes, because it's like, you know, they your people. They
Jeezy
forever.
hit me all the time, man. Like, if something, yo, you good? Just checking up on you.
Right.
Oh,
Yo,
that's
you in
nice.
Miami?
Yeah.
Come on the boat. Like,
Right.
he hits all the time and checks up on me, make sure I'm good, man.
Well,
and I appreciate that.
This is also allegedly the last album.
Technically.
Allegedly.
We got to ask
Technically.
Charlamagne what we going to do. I'm going to need you to go in there. You saw that look, you like, it's definitely my last album on Def Jam, definitely the last Thug Motivation installment. And that's why I took it back to the legend of, because I wanted to take it back to where it started and where I'm at now.
And now you can tell those stories.
Yeah.
Those stories that the statute of limitations was presenting you from telling.
Yeah. And it's crazy too, because you know, maybe not everybody would understand them, but I'm just saying when you sprinkle those names in those pockets of people who understand what it is, it's gonna light them up, because they gonna be like, damn, he didn't forget. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, you get big and you out here and you move in the world. It's like you kind of, you know, people think you forget about them or what happened. I went and visit my people the other day. It's like, yo, you remember we tried to go rob the number lady? Because we went and tried to rob the number lady that was next to his house, and she pulled out a big 357. We all ran, and it was funny at the time. But that was like 10, 15 years ago. But my man, I was like, yeah, you remember we tried to rob the number lady next to? He's like, yo, you remember that? And I did, you know, because that's a big part of my life. But he probably don't see that because, you know, they see you on TV, they see you on tour. So it's just be real, man. You know, like this album and this time just really taught me to appreciate people. Even like people I met in the industry, people I know personally. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take the time to nurture those relationships. And when you come from where we come from, you know, you're always on the defense and you think somebody trying to get you, but certain people don't even need nothing from you. They just happy to know you.
Even when you talk about your mom, it's like, yo, when you was in the street, you was doing things to protect and provide for your family. So you didn't feel like that was enough. It was.
Yeah, I did that, but I also played that game of, you know, everybody that I know that end up going to prison, that end up like telling on people or going in there and not being solid and you know, just not being a stand-up guy is the people that love something. So, you know, me, I just kind of blocked them out on the love tip. You know what I'm saying? Like I provided for them, but I kind of kept the love to myself. It's like I don't want to get in a position where if I got jammed up out here when I was in the streets that I'm going to be in the pen, like, you know, fucking going through it, because it's like, you know, that's real. You know, people really go in there and tell because they want to get home to their families. You know what I'm saying? Or they want to get home to their kids. So it's just like I kind of kept that solid because that's the only thing that kept me solid.
That's the wildest shit, not allowing yourself to love. That had to fuck up a lot of relationships.
Oh, no, man. Listen, bro, I ain't going to even front. Like, I'll be lying if I tell you every day I don't have to go back and rekindle shit and talk to people and just be on, even with people I met in the industry.
No, I'm talking about ladies specifically.
Oh, yeah, it's all bad. It's all
Great
bad.
excuse.
Oh man, it's all bad. I love myself, self-love. You know what I'm saying? Practice that first. But it's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you don't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. It took me some decades to trust people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not even used to seeing you in pictures with women like, oh, he's dating her.
Oh, where we going?
Where
we going, Yee? Hey, it's too early for that shit, man. Just woke up.
You gave me a layup.
Nah, I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about people in particular, like, you know what I mean? But even like me, you know, Charlamagne, Envy, like, you know, over, you know, time, I've seen y'all in different, you know, lights and different, you know, places and different events. And you just build a rapport with people. But, you know, like, when I used to come to events, I used to be on the defense. I'm like, yo, one nigga pop off, I'm going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it like, that was my mentality. But after a while, you start realizing Fabulous is never going nowhere. That's going to be my friend forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, certain people, they not, like, you know, I had my listening party last night, and Trey came through. That's going to be my guy forever. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do got to be stand up. You know, I saw Dave East last night. He came through. It's gonna be my guy forever. I went and saw Jalen Rose at the other joint. I know Jalen from back in the day. Like, Jay just come to my crib and we used to kick it. But then so you gotta always be a stand-up guy and just nurture those relationships, because these are your real people. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that like later on. So it was a lot of times they be like, just making sure I'm good. Because, one time I might come around, I might be cool.
Right.
Next time I come around, I might be on the team.
But you can't even let your guard down because, like Meek Mill said, being a rapper is dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
You still can't let your guard down.
It's the most dangerous job in the world. But the good thing that I pride myself on is just really coming from the streets and just always having that guard up. And it's to the point where, I got real discipline. So it might be sometimes if I just feel like I'm not on my rocker, I stop drinking for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody around me won't know that. Because I'm watching everything they do. You feel what I'm saying? I'm taking notes.
You know what I was going to say? Sometimes people always only hit you up because they need something too.
Right.
Like people will hit you up. Every time they hit you, you'd be like, oh, they about to ask me for something. Or I know they.
Well, they
but
do.
But it's nice when.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, like, I love to serve. You know what I'm saying? I love to give back. But you got to know the difference between that and then somebody taking advantage of you too, though, because they think you got it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a hard one because your family, you love them. You're going to always do things for them. But then, sometimes, like, God damn, I know I just sent you this for the bills. Like, you need another $5,000? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but at the same time, like, you big bro or you big cuz or you this, and then they send your lifestyle. So it's like, that's when I had, even like going back to the Already Rich song with CeeLo, that's how I had to really realize that, like, I was already rich. Like, I had integrity, I had morals, I had balance, I had dreams, I had goals, and it's like the money just come and that just brings more complications, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like you're already rich if you can give somebody information and show somebody how to do. So I had to learn when people are entitled, you got to show them how to do certain things so they don't feel like they can just come call you and knock on your door every time they need something.
And by the way, why is $5,000 the number?
That's because 10 grand. No, 10 grand. We got to talk to a lawyer, nigga. That's a business deal right there. Like, you want 10 grand? Where's your lawyer? Let me figure this, because that's a business deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even people I know that really got real money, it's like they're not gonna give their loved ones that type of money.
And you have to report. I think 10,000 and above in the bank. You always have to report that.
I mean, we definitely ain't doing that, but we ain't reporting
But it be people that
100,000.
you know ain't never had $5,000 saved up in their life, asking you for $5,000, I'll hit you back. How?
Yeah.
It sounds reasonable.
Well, $5,000, that's enough to, that's enough to do a couple things, buy a couple outfits, pay a couple bills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got some family members hit me up. It'd be like, yo, $5, like, yo, man, your life ain't even like that, bro. that's like a life savings. Like, what you gonna do? I'm just being for real. You know what I'm saying? But they look at it like you got it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I see you and Ross making music together more and more and more. Y'all squash that beef. How did that conversation ever come along?
I mean, like, I don't think, see, and this is what people don't understand, man. Like, rap, it's like if Steph Curry and LeBron got on the court and they play ball, they're going to play their hearts out.
Right.
You got to be competitive, you know what I'm saying? And people took what I said on the joint like I was trying to go at homie, but it's like, these are my, like if somebody asks you about Charlamagne, or, you know more about, y'all with each other every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to pop your shit. So over me, I was just really like popping my shit. I didn't look at it like that, but it's the industry. So I can't expect the industry to understand how the streets work. You know what I'm saying? So really and truly, like, when it got out of hand, I could have reached out and be like, yo, man, like, it ain't even that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't do that. So, I got to take that blame. But when me and homie, and the same thing with him. And that's what I came to when we sat down. I was like, yo, like, that ain't even, we ain't got no problem. We're not about to argue about some other grown men. I know we not. You know what I'm saying? We get too much money for that. You know what I'm saying? So when we sat down and chopped it up, I was like, damn, and I didn't really know Ross person like that. I just started to realize, like, I've always rocked with his music, but I didn't know him personally. So as I started, like, picking up personal things about, I was like, yo, homie really, he cool, he solid. So as we talked about different things, music, me coming to his party, like, that's what we supposed to do at this point. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? We get money, we successful. Like, I got friends that I would go to their parties in the hood, but that shit might be in the projects. I mean, that's cool. I want to go to my partner mansion too. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because I want them to come to mine. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. And I want to put on some nice clothes and go kick it with some players. So for me, when just when you get to a certain point of your life, and that's why I said about keeping those relationships, because even with the younger cats coming up, you do all these things to get out the street, and then you get into a successful position, and then you just fuck it all up because you trying to prove a point. Right. You know what I'm saying? Nobody goes to college to Harvard and Yale to go beef with somebody at Harvard and Yale to not. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So as you get older, you just start understanding, like, no, this is gonna be somebody that I might need. And I learned that even dealing with Puff. It's like, I watch how Puff work his relationships with people. And he keep it solid to the point that people have no problem with doing something for them. Right. But if I put something out tomorrow and call Envy and be like, yo, I got a new car with Tesla, They let me design the whole car. I know you a car guy. My relationship with you was good. Can I put in your next car show? Yeah, you my man. I got you. No problem. That's a relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but Envy gonna ask you to get one.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, can I get it for
By the way,
free?
by the way, he gonna want the one-on-one.
Exactly.
he got a stunt on the ground. But by the way, we got to really talk about these cars you got doing, man, because I don't know what you doing. I told somebody the other day, I was like, man, either he was selling CBD before we was doing CBD.
Don't get any flagged.
Well, I do the flipping, the houses, and mountain new tenants. We spoke about this before.
We spoke.
About
That's crazy.
And stuff like that.
That's
But those are the conversations that I love. Like when me and Jeezy talk, it's not about music. It's always about family and investing.
Right.
Whether you explaining something to me or telling me how to do something or vice versa. But that's what the conversations need to be to help each other out.
Real talk.
Are there relationships that you haven't mended that you would like to?
Absolutely. I work on it every day. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even playing about that. And I have to push myself. Plies called me the other day. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he just called me out of the blue. He was like, yo, what you doing? I was like, just chilling, about to go in the crib, just get back in town. He's like, I just call you, man, just to reach out. I don't want nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just working on building, And I said, it's crazy. I've been doing the same shit. He's like, I said, I'll call you I'll call you 2 weeks, check on you. You know what the nigga say?
2 weeks.
And nigga say, no, nigga, call me tomorrow if you need me. You know what I'm saying? Right. But that just let me know.
Call me tomorrow if you need me.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
But that just let me know. And by the way, we've been in contact since then. So it ain't about where we at in our careers. It's about the fact that, I know him. We've been on tour. We done records. And it's like, we don't nurse these relationships because at the end of the day, when you see these people out here in these companies, when they go in and they networking at these conventions and all this stuff, they're building their portfolio, they're taking care of their families through their relationships. So it's just like, if we gonna do music, let's do music. If we gonna do real estate, let's do real estate.
Yeah.
Like if it's not a problem, then what's the problem? I can't create a problem with you because I feel like there's something that you have that I don't got, or I feel like I want to be, just take the position of we beefing just because. That's gonna bring more light to what I'm trying to do. Because if you're doing that, then you a hater.
I see you give EP credit on all your albums to Shakir Stewart.
Yeah,
why do you continue to do that?
I mean, Shakir changed my life, man. I'd be in the federal penitentiary right now without a shadow of a doubt if he didn't come in and show LA them what I was doing. And then, Shakir just was always a solid dude. He made me feel like a real artist. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time I was a street cat. You know what I'm saying? Like I just knew the streets. So he would be the one in the studio yelling and doing the DJ Khaled for me. Before I knew Khaled, he would be the one that was telling me like, yo, this record's gonna be crazy. He was the one that said Soul Survivor was gonna be big. He was the one that, I don't know if I should say this, that took my homeboy Little Will off of Go Get It and put R. Kelly on it. After I argued with him, like, I'm keeping my homie from the hood on this record. And he's like, we can't do that. I got somebody I'm gonna put on there. And he put R. Kelly on the record and he brought it back. And he was more excited about it than I was, but that was a pivot, like a pivotal moment in my career, because it was like I didn't know no better. I'm just trying to keep it real with the people around me. You know what I'm saying? So he was the guy that was instrumental in that, and he was actually, he was the one that was telling LA and Jeezy them what I was doing, because he was actually in Atlanta, so he was seeing me in the streets, putting on and spending my own money and campaigning. And I remember when I came to Def Jam, I was trying to shoot videos for my mixtape, and they wouldn't give me any bread, so I went and shot them myself. And I remember I went and shot Getting Money over here and Trap or Die. It was like me, Meech, and everybody down in Miami, and it was crazy. And I was like, okay, the label don't want to give me no money. I'm going to spend my own money. And I just remember Shakir like sneaking down there, being a spy. You know what I'm saying? Telling L.A. Reid what I was doing. He's down here shooting a video. They got Lambos, Ferraris, everything, you know what I mean? But he went back and told them, and then they just started opening up, to help me and do what I was doing, because he told them I was spending my own money. They didn't know that.
Does the family get proceeds from that, from the EP credits?
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
But man, Shake my guy. So if his family ever need anything, I'll be right there. I don't personally know his wife. You know what I'm saying? Because I never met her like that. Because he was the type of guy that kept his job separate. You know what I'm saying? But we here.
Why didn't you want R. Kelly on the record? Because I could tell you why I didn't like that.
When he was man on it, he was being loyal.
Yeah,
right?
I had a little Will on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a little Will on it.
How did Lil Will feel about that when he got taken off?
I mean, it was R. Kelly. That's the Pied Piper. What are you gonna
So
say?
he understood.
Shit.
He was like, okay.
I mean, I had the conversation. Niggas ain't keeping it real. I got that. I got that. You worry about yourself. You got you sell out. I got all that. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, man, what we do is a label call. You know what I mean? We can put the version with you on it out. I'm quite sure it won't do as well, but hey, you know what I mean?
I just felt like they was trying to cross you over, and I wanted him to sing Life of a Drug Dealer instead of Go Getter.
Go Getter, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the song was Go Getter, but the fact that Shakir got R. Kelly to talk about trapping was crazy to me.
Yeah.
We trap all day. And I remember when I wrote that record, I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, I got my man Lil Will. I'm trying to put on for the city. And he came right over to my studio, and he was like, nah, we're not doing that. And he's like, just give me the record. We sat there for like hours going back and forth. And he was just like, yo. And by the way, when he came to the video, you would have thought it was his video. That was the only video Shakir was in, man. He had his shoes on the table, you know what I mean? Like, he was stunned, but he felt good because he really, like, be honest with you, I Love It was great on that album, but hadn't I had Go Get It, I don't think I would be here because I wouldn't have done the numbers that I did. You know what I'm saying?
My shit off that album was Jeezy Like to Drink, Jeezy Like to Smoke, and
There
Bury
we go.
Me a G.
Bury Me a G.
Oh, they did not want me to get in that casket in that video.
For real?
Oh, man, it was sad. It's like, you get in the casket, you might die. I was like, shit, I feel like I'm gone anyway. Let's do it. You feel me at the time?
Did it feel weird being in a casket too?
Not at all. We got to all go in there one day. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to do it now while I'm alive. I could just imagine.
Of course, you can't do it while you're alive.
A weird feeling. I don't. You did it.
I mean, it was for a video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was.
I can
kinda
understand
tight.
that though.
Yeah.
I love that song, but I'm like, what if they do bury you in Evishu now? Evishu ain't popping like that.
I'll be hot as hell.
Evishu might come back.
By the way, Charlamagne, I'll be hot as hell, man. Like, y'all got me in these big baggy ass jeans, man. Yeah, but and by the way, that's even crazy to just know where your mindset was at back then. You thought that was the biggest thing in the world. That's nothing. Yeah, all it was some big goofy Levi's with a patch on the back. You remember the Red Monkey joints?
Yeah, Red Monkey.
I had those
check
too.
this out.
I had a Red Monkey basketball too.
Yo, I went and spent so much money on the same pair of jeans with a different pocket on it. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I paid $100.
It didn't make no sense.
You have to go with someone and buy it from somebody.
But it was the same pair of jeans.
Yep.
It just had a different patch on the back of the pocket. So it could have been a dragon or this or that, but it was the same jeans.
A nice embroidery on the pocket.
Yeah, that's it.
That's probably why you could fit 100,000 in them goddamn jeans.
Yeah, now you could do
Or
that.
no, that was the Sean John
you
one.
could do that too. That was about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you now?
Jabos either.
How are you now when it comes to shopping and clothes? Do you care about those things anymore?
Nah,
like
man, I keep it
designers?
G, man. Like, I try. I ain't gonna lie, I tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tried, man. I might go buy some things, but my homies call me. Like, I had some Balenciaga boots, man. And, man, listen, them things caused a mass hysteria, and I thought they was the flyest boots in the world. I got calls like, yo, nigga, you on one time, what you do with them cowboy boots on? You think you little ass? I'm like, yo, I wanted these boots. I bought these, but I picked
That was
out
recently,
like,
too. That wasn't bought
Oh yeah,
right.
they said little nod. You little nod.
I'm like, yo, these got the buckle on them. Like, this is it. I'm thinking I'm on my Tupac. You know what I'm saying? I get calls. Trey Songz called me telling me we got a group chat going. They killing you, cuz. I'm gonna send it to you. Like, yo, I'm like, yo. So I called triggered him. I was like, yo, this is what I'm gonna do. I said on the day the album comes out, I said, I want all y'all to come over. I said, I'm gonna get some wood. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get some lighter fluid. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get everything I need. And I want you to come over to the crib, and on August 23rd, on the day the album comes out,
I'm gonna
burn these boots in front of everybody because I need my friends back. Them boots cost me friends, man. Them boots cost me friends, dog. Yo, I swear, like, niggas was calling me, like, OT Jennings calling me, telling, yo, cuz, what's up with you, man?
Let me take a look at these boots again.
The homies out here in LA want to know if you still solid. I'm like, yo, my man, they Balenciaga. Oh, you call?
Yeah,
See, look.
Let's take another look.
I said, I don't know about the boots.
Right,
She was
yo.
like, nah, they all right. I was like, all right.
He's trying to be.
I'm going to ride with them.
Did you fire the stylist after that?
It was my call.
Oh, okay.
She was like, yo, you should wear these boots. I was like, nah, I want to wear these. But I was like, it's Tupac. He would wear this, I'm telling you.
Tupac would not wear no cowboy boots.
Yo,
where's the picture? We done seen him in
You had the vest on,
yeah,
too.
that was my look.
You had the vest on.
Yeah, that was what I was going for. It was Machiavelli.
I remember.
Yeah, I was going for the Machiavelli.
I tried to pull it up, but the internet not working.
Right.
You've been watching too much of that TV show, that goddamn Sons of Anarchy shit. That's what that was.
Hey, but I always been a fan of motorcycle games, so I can't front. But I didn't see. But I guess my timing was bad because of the Old Town Road.
Too much Sons of Anarchy, man.
Right.
It felt like you were hopping on that wave.
Yeah, and that wasn't even my thing. But I lost friends because I was hot. That nigga said they had a group chat. I'm like,
nigga talking about me behind my back.
I said, who all on it, cuz? You gotta tell me you ain't solid. You like, man, Trig.
Who was on it?
Everybody. OT, fam. Like, what's up? Hey. He said, I'll tell you this. He said, it started off, man, her cuz getting too much money. That's how it started.
Experimenting.
Right.
Now, a lot of the people you were making music before they older now, so they may not be living the same lifestyle when they was living when you first dropped. So how do you adjust your sound for that?
I just think you stay, like, I mean, I could be, I look at my art like Sade and Maxwell. These are people I respect because they always stay true to their who they are as artists. I just think you stay true to you. Like and Ice Cube told me that a long time ago. He's like, yo, you're gonna get in a position where you're gonna lose fans. You're gonna gain fans, but just stay true to who you are, and that's that. Because you just don't want to go out sad. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep up. It's like you come like I've been around some guys who pretty spiffy, and they have age and they wear the right clothes, like they look the right. But you don't want to come in here looking like you finna go hang out with Sway Lee. You know what I'm saying? No, that's my boy, but it's like I don't want to look like I'm trying to
different age bracket.
Right. I want to if I
you
go with him,
like
I
you
want
on the Old Town Road. Either,
right. You're right.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting rid of those boots, man.
You should donate them to a lucky follower.
Lucky, I don't want them to go through what I went through. I don't wish that on no man. I don't wish that evil on nobody. Look at that, ain't that bad,
Oh,
right?
I remember that. Nah, I didn't even pay that.
But
no
they don't look two pockets to you though.
No.
Not the boots.
Oh,
nah, everything except for the boots.
I saw it. I already saw it.
Not the boots.
Yeah, but hey, listen, I couldn't wait to put that picture up. I was like, yo, because they had a whole other picture for the artwork. I was like, no, I want this one. This the one with the boots.
Well, at least it was for the single one time.
Right.
You don't wear the boots no
one
more.
time.
That's it.
Chrome tip and everything on the
Yeah.
booth.
And by the way, I saw them. And looked online, I was like, yo, I seen these Balenciagas.
Oh, that's what they are, Balenciaga?
Yeah, I was like, yo,
he said
I gotta have these.
And you
They
went to the
just
mall.
as short. No, they were just as short when I got to the fitting. They had them laid out.
What would TM104 Jeezy tell TM101 Jeezy?
Oh man, just stay solid, man, and stay. I mean, it's a lot of things I would have done. I feel like now, I'm like just in my pocket, like I got. It's probably the most clear that I ever had in my life. Probably just being connected, mind, body, and soul, just understanding my real position in the culture is Jeezy, and understanding like what my responsibility is, and then still understanding that I'm still solid. I'm gonna still keep it, I'm not gonna play out here, but at the same time, just like I don't got a problem with being open minded about things because it's just like I put in my work. Mm-hmm. Even like we talking about this thing Jay going through right now, it's just like he put in his work. Like let's just see.
Right.
You can't
give it a chance.
Yeah, give it a chance. It's
His
like,
resume solid.
Yeah, and the same thing with myself. I feel like I put in my work, so it's just like it's crazy, man. I was one day, it is the same thing again. Trig, we out in L.A. and they see me smoking hookah. They flip out like, yo, I ain't smoking. I'm just trying this. Yo, I ain't smoking hookah, man. You supposed to be a G. It's like my second time. I don't even know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But they judging me.
But you forcing yourself to smoke hookah.
Nah, I just tried it. I'm not
For the
forcing myself. I tried it one time before when I was in London, and then somebody had it. It's like, yo, you want to try it? So I was like, yo.
Okay, I do the hookah.
I don't know about it.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, everybody was looking like I was bugging. I'm like, yo, my
That
man.
must have been a long time ago, because I was in L.A. with OT. He smoked hookah.
No, it wasn't OT. It was Trig.
Oh, it's Trig.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. But this was kind of like 4 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that.
Okay.
So you stopped smoking
104
the
Jeezy
hookah?
can't smoke. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
You should smoke hookah with your boots on and not care what nobody say.
And
See
click the
that?
heels.
You trying to end my whole career.
I don't care what nobody say.
You trying to end my whole career. Everything I stand for.
What about when you dating like these indiscreet women,
Right.
as opposed to women from the street? Is it the same thing? Do you feel like what?
I mean, for me, man, I just, I'm a sapiosexual. Like, I gotta. sapiosexual. Like I gotta be mentally stimulated to deal with anybody. I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have a conversation. We gotta talk. You gotta enlighten me, inspire me, and you know, I have to learn from you.
Right.
That's like with any friend I have. You know what I mean? I got older friends. I got one friend I love him to death. He's Bob. He's like an OG triple. He used to run around with Sinatra and Gotti and all that. But I just love to hear him talk. You know what I'm saying? Because he still got it in him. But when he tell you these stories, you're just like, man, and you just want to hear it. But then he can sit down and break down life to you in ways, and you just walk away from the dinner, and you're like, man, that's crazy. But then for me, I can go spread that to my homies because I learned something. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna deal with any female, I have to learn. Like you can look good, that's cool, but you have to be smart, and you have to be able to articulate yourself, and you have to be, you know, you have to be like intelligent.
I feel like you had to go back to the beginning to get the clarity that you got now. Because I see you, it's Hawkinsville heavy right now.
No, I mean, because I even had some people like, oh, you want to claim the town, but it's like I just gotta spread the love. It's like wherever I'm at in my life, and I'm like say for instance, like I've been real close to my family lately. So my auntie's there, you know, my little cousins are there. So if you think of Mactown or ATL. It's just whatever pocket I'm in, like when I'm living. So I've really been close to them lately because I've been trying to rekindle that. So it's just like, you know, that's my humble beginning. But then, you know, my homies from the MAC came down, my homies from the ATL came through. So it's like, I just like to spread the love, you know what I'm saying? Because people claim me because I done got down in all these hoods, so they really respect me. So it's like Tupac, you know, you sit here and you say Oakland all day, but there's people in Jersey that claim Tupac like he was one of their own. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is like, it ain't where you from. Is how you get down and how you get back. You know what I'm saying? So these are all places I get back to, but I felt like for me to say Legend of the Snowman, I know that's why I got my first 5 for 50 packet.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that for a fact. So it's just like I can't say this is my last TM1 on TM Thug Motivation installment and I didn't show them any love. You know what I'm saying?
But you feel it when you in Hawkinsville. I was in Hawkinsville
yeah,
with Jeezy.
He did. He came.
We walking around. There's people riding around listening to Jeezy music. They don't even know Jeezy walking down the street.
Yeah, right.
You know?
He had some auntie's fried chicken.
Lord have mercy.
Macaroni and cheese.
Better than the Popeye's chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
No, this was better than the Popeye's chicken sandwich. I ain't
That
never
you
had
keep
no
on
Popeye's
talking
chicken
about.
sandwich.
Yeah, it's definitely better.
Now, let me ask you this, since this is the last of the installment of Thug Motivation, and this is the last album on Def Jam, what's next?
Man, for me, right here, Figures Wireless. This is like my new baby. I got the Defiance Fuel, Athlete Water, of course. Like Envy, I'm heavy in real estate. And obviously Avion Tequila, and I got my agency 99, which we manage artists, brands, and businesses. But
musically,
yeah. But
what are you gonna do musically? Another deal? Are you gonna have your own independent label?
I mean, I feel like I got the infrastructure to do whatever, but it's just like for me right now, I just gotta take some time to like really just. I got my next 10, 15 year plan, but I just want to really see how I want to execute that. Because I look at people like Magic Johnson, I love Magic. Like, that's my mentor. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just love the fact that he's solid. He lives his life. He got balance around him. He takes care of his friends in a way. He's giving them experiences. And he's traveling, he's seeing the world. But if you look at other athletes that came up with him, they're not set up like that. So that just tells me that I got to move in that way if that's what I want to be in 10, 15, 20 years, because that's what I respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love, you know, Allen Iverson and different people that I know that kept it real and was hanging out in the strip clubs with me and all that. But then I have to look at somebody like Magic Johnson after he was, you know, a great basketball player. Now he's a great husband. Now he's a great father. Now he's a great, you know, mentor. Now he's a great businessman. And I watched this move because I remember when he had the
HIV?
No, we don't do that. the Magic Johnson theaters.
Yes.
And the TGI Fridays. Like, we didn't see the move then. You know, we were just going like, oh, you're Magic Johnson. But he was already making his moves. And if you really think about Atlanta, all the history that had happened in Viz's nightclub, right? So all the history that happened there, he tore all that shit down and built, you know, high rises. So he was powerful enough to come take our whole nightlife away and build high rises on that street and give them to his son. You know what I mean? So I look at things like that and I go, man, like, to me, that's the American dream.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I you know, I'm pretty cold at what I do. I think I'm in Charlamagne's top 5. I know. So that you got to be hard to beat there. But it's just like is that the only contribution I want to make to the world? I don't think so.
Right.
You know what's crazy about Magic? I think Magic started to do all of that stuff when he found a bigger purpose, something that was bigger than him. And as crazy as it may sound, he took that hardship of being diagnosed with HIV, became an advocate, and that's when you started seeing everything else happen for him. I just think he found a purpose that was bigger than him.
Nah, and by the way, I don't even think he realized it, but he's inspiring, you know, a lot of us. Because that's the thing. Like when you look at the game, you look at the Jays, you look at the Puffs, you look at different people. It had to be some point where they made a decision. Like I'm gonna do this on another level.
Right.
I made that decision, and I just asked my fans. I said, like, I'm still gonna be me to the heart. Like you see me out, I'm still gonna be 100. I can go right now to any business convention and still go right to the hood. I'm gonna still get that love, but it's like I don't want to go and come with y'all. I don't got nothing to bring back. Like I was just down with my hometown and just dealing with Figures Wireless. We was able to give the city free Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? I was the same cat that used to hustle on these light poles. Now I'm able to give stuff back. So that's a whole nother level. And even people like people from the hood like, man, you couldn't give them $1 million. This is way more than $1 million.
Right.
This is way more than that. You know what I'm saying? By the time these kids, go through these schools and you guys are able to do all these things, the hospitals and all this, it's like you giving way more, but people don't associate that with giving back because it's not money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So that's the difference. So for me, learning that and watching people like Magic and them work, watching people like Puff do his school out here in Harlem, LeBron do the same thing. You got to really understand what level these cats on, but they giving back in a whole nother way. So I don't want to be the cat that just come and get some book bags away, get somebody give somebody some money to fake invest in something that I know ain't gonna work, and they still gonna call me back next year. I just gave you $250, bro. What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody give me $50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, just to see how these cats are moving, and by the way, even going back to Magic, I just like the fact that whatever he's doing, he can go to Europe for,
he's been
3, 4, 5 months. You know what I'm saying?
Some time
and you
now.
can take all your friends, and you guys are carefree, work free. It ain't about the money. Like this, imagine how many people you inspire when they go back home to do other things. You know what I'm saying? Because they seeing this. You know what I'm saying? And I tell anybody that. I tell my homies that all the time. They might think I'm crazy. I'll be like, yo, like you were going to Miami, you're going to turn up. Okay, you're going to live, you're going to buy all these bottles. Do you know you could have went to Sardinia for that same money? Do you know you could have went to the Maldives and saw that? And it's like when you tell people, they look at you like you crazy, like you bugging. But it's like, bro, you got to go.
Right.
I just left Dubai. You know what I'm saying? Straight to New York. But it's like you go there and you see the culture, you see all these things going on, you going like, man, like the world is huge. And we sitting here, doing the same thing. And I was telling my man over there, I was like, it was crazy because we went to the Burj Khalifa building, the largest building in the world. But that's how you understand why their culture is so locked in the family, because they don't know each other as people. Like how I know Envy, we can all stay in the same building, might not even know each other over there because you do this type of business, you do you build buildings, you do that. So there's no need for us to know each other. It's like, I got my family, you got your family, we surviving, we living, that's it. I respect that, because when you come back where we at in America, everybody try to do the same thing, what he doing, and try to outdo him. And at the end of the day, you just competing, you're not living.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go to other cultures and you see that, it's like, why you worry? And I tell my, little homies, why you worry about Instagram, man? How many likes you got, man? Like, it's people, they don't even look at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even care.
Yeah.
But it's like you competing because you looking at it in real time, like, this is the real world. I gotta be that. And by the way, and I'm saying that to say, not even just about the gram, it's just about all the little homies sending themselves to prison because all the shit they putting on here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The feds looking at it.
You're
And,
like, that's not smart at all.
yeah, but if you competing, it's no different than being in the hood. You from one of them towns where somebody get a Lexus, then everybody gotta get a Lexus.
Absolutely.
Somebody get a Benz, everybody hustle get a Benz. Then when everybody get locked up, then there's some more cats that come up, and it's like a repeating cycle. But it's like ain't nobody going outside and bringing nothing back and making the situation bigger. And that's what I pride myself on. Like they might not see it today, you know what I'm saying, but 10 years from now they're gonna be having this conversation about me. 'Cause I'm gonna be on the I'm gonna be on the French Riviera and I'm gonna invite Envy out. You know what I'm saying? Charlamagne, y'all come, you know what I mean? Come kick it with me for a couple of days, because that's what it's about for me.
That's right.
Well,
the album is out right now.
That's
It'll
right.
be out right now.
TM 104.
TM 104. We appreciate you for joining us.
Hey man, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Shouts out to Figures Wireless. Shouts out to Defiance Fuel. Shouts out to New York City. Shouts out to Agency 99. Shouts out to the Breakfast Club. Look, the album is in stores right now. If you ain't got it, go get it. It's in stores right now, right?
Yep, right now.
Okay,
Yes,
right.
right
I'm just
now.
making
Right
sure.
now, right now.
Angela's gonna buy the album?
Of course.
There it is.
All right. Well, it's the Breakfast Club. It's
Yes,
Jeezy.
sir. Let's get it.